Hi everybody, it's Miss Judy. I've been on a roll today and I worked on another card and I wanted to share it with you. I'm calling it my Winter Wonderland card, and I'm trying a technique that I wanted to see if it would work because I had mulled it over in my head and it kind of works. I don't have a stamp with some pretty trees on it, and so I rented the Christmas bundle from the Cricut craft room at Cricut.com, and I rented the bundle, the full bundle, the big bundle, and you get that for 60 days. And so I was scrolling around in some of the cartridges and I found a cartridge called Christmas, and it had the trees I was looking for. So what I wanted to do was cut out those trees and use them on a card, but I wanted to try something that I thought about. Since I don't have a stamp, but I like embossing things, I thought, well, you know, I don't have the stamp, but what you do is do Versamark on a stamp and then you stamp it on paper. So I thought, what would happen if I just did Versamark on the paper, real good coat, and then put my embossing powder and then my heat gun. So this is what happened. I got these pretty trees, and I didn't want them to be all silver. I wanted them to have a little look of snow on them. So I got these trees, and this is my take on embossing on a paper cut, I guess you could call it. So let me show you how I'm going to use that. First of all, it's an A2 size card. I have some glitter paper that's going on next. It's green, and it's some that I found at Hobby Lobby a few years ago, and I've been using a little bits of that at a time. I'm trying to really cut down on buying any Christmas paper and using what I have. So I also had this pretty tree paper, and so I'm going to use that on the top layer. But before I put it down, I cut a tag from the Art Philosophy cartridge on page 66. The tag button, it's button 46 on your keypad, and I cut it at 1.75, and I'm going to use that on the front of the card. The tags have little slits in them so that you can run ribbon or whatever, twine or baker's twine or whatever you might want to run through there. So I'm going to put that on the front of the card, and so I used some little small thin 1/8 inch white ribbon that I had on hand. I ran 2 pieces through there just to give it a little different look, and so that's going down, and it will look like this. So that goes on my card base, this layer, and I'll put a sentiment on the tag. I did ink around the tag with some green close to my heart ink. It's called Clover Meadow. I'm going to separate that just a little bit from each other. There. So this is what I have so far. I'm going to stamp on the front with a stamp from Cards TV Snow Day pack, a stamp set, and the one that I chose is called Winter Wonderland. And so I'm going to use my Clover Meadow close to my heart ink, and I'll ink this up, and I think I'll open the card up, and I'll stamp that in the middle. I love Mary's stamps. I always get such a beautiful image when I stamp with those. So this is what I have so far. So now I'm going to attach my trees that I cut and embossed. And what I did was put them on, put them on some pieces of foam tape from my big roll that I have of foam tape. And I love this stuff because you can cut it down to the size that you want. Of course, you can do that with other foam tapes, but I just like the value of this big roll of tape that I got. It certainly has lasted me a long time, and I still have about a half of it to go, so I'm going to be foam taping everything. But I like the effect of this embossing, and I'm sure some of y'all have probably done this before, but I never had. I just thought, well, I'll just try it and see what happens. Makes sense that it would work. So here's my card, and for the inside I'm going to use another stamp from Cards TV, and it's called Christmas Joy, and it's the saying on here that says, "May the beauty of the season bring you joy." And I'm going to use my clover green ink again, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the middle of the inside layer. Perfectly done. Oh, and now I'm through. I have my card all done. Winter Wonderland, inside. May the beauty of the season bring you joy, and there it is. Commercial time. Everybody who orders from me, October and November, will be in a drawing December the 1st for the contents of page 119, the organizing tools in the Close to My Heart catalog. Easy peasy to create an account. Go to my website, www.judyashmore.ctmh.com. Enter your name, create a password. That's all you have to do to get started as a customer. So thank you so much for watching my video and this technique. Let me know if any of you have done this before. I did do one more card. The first one that I did, I just used the clear embossing, and it turned out pretty, but not what I really wanted. So I've done both of these, and y'all can let me know what you think, whether you like the softer white, all white effect, or if you think the silvery effect is nice, or whatever. So thank you again for watching. I love talking to all of you, and I love talking to myself. Ta-ta!